Hey, Kenny.
Sup?
I was at your house about a half an hour ago. I thought we were gonna meet there. I guess my watch ain't working right.
Look, Declan, right?
That's right.
This big brother thing, it's my mom's idea.
It's a pretty good idea, if you ask me. Wish I'd had someone to talk to when I lost my father.
I didn't lose him. Never even knew him. Runs in my family. I gotta go.
Listen, Kenny. I spoke with your mother. She's not really that thrilled about the people you're hanging out with.
Do what you gotta do around here.
Could go to college.
You see my grades?
It's never too late to change that, man.
Guys in this neighborhood don't even finish high school.
What? That means you can't?
Look, I know you're just trying to do the right thing, change the world and all. Just don't mess with mine. Could get dangerous.
Mister! Are you all right? Hey, mister!
No, Declan, you didn't hit him. There's not a mark on him. No bruises, no broken bones.
And what happened to him?
He fell. He hit his head. Maybe he fainted when he saw your truck coming. Or he tripped trying to get out of the way. We won't know until the doctors get the CAT scans back.
Did you call his family?
No ID, just that. Sir? Can you hear us?
Where am I?
St. Joseph's Hospital in Portland. I'm Dr. Peggy Fowler. Can you tell me your name?
Miller.
We found you on Yellow Pine Road.
Driving my truck. I almost ran you over. Sorry.
Coming out of nowhere. Never seen anything move that fast.
I wasn't going that fast.
They're monitors. It's okay. They record your vital signs.
Where am I?
Like I said, you're at St. Joseph's Hospital in Portland. You took a pretty bad fall. We're just gonna run some tests on you. It's okay. Mr. Miller, can I ask you some questions? What's your full name?
Logan James Miller.
What day is it?
Monday.
Do you know who our president is?
Roosevelt.
What's the exact date today?
September 20th, 1934.
You investigate. What did you call it?
Miraculous.
Miraculous
Phenomena.
That's crazy. Get these things off
No,
me.
I know you're scared, but you're injured. You need to rest,
This
Mr.
is a
Miller.
nightmare. What I need is to wake up.
I gotta get the nurse.
Mr. Miller, what's the last thing you remember before you passed out?
I was at home.
Yeah?
I took a walk. Next thing I know, you were speeding down on me in that vehicle. I gotta get out of here.
Probably best that you listen to Dr. Fowler.
Oh, my God.
And liftoff of the Space Shuttle Endeavour on a mission to study the Earth's ever-changing
What's
environment.
happening to me? No, let go of me. Let go! Hey, you got no right to detain me. No, no.
The nurse is going to give you something to help you rest, Mr. Miller. You're injured. It'll help you sleep. And I'll come back to talk to you in a minute. And get that TV out of here, too.
Thank you. Hey,
Hey,
the CAT scan showed cerebral swelling from the fall.
is that why he's so messed up?
Yeah, we've called in a neurologist to do some more testing to determine the extent of his injuries.
Kind of weird, isn't it?
What?
The watch. That's antique. Doesn't have a scratch on it. It's like it's brand new.
Except it's broken.
Probably happened when he fell. Did you notice his clothes seem a little bit out of date?
Would you stop?
Just saying, I think it's a little bit weird.
Why do you have to read into things? It's an antique pocket watch that happens to be broken. Lots of people have these.
I mean, it would be great if you could just travel through time.
The movement of mass energy through time could therefore be achieved if it was thrust along a CTL, or closed timeline. Now, let's say you have two parallel cosmic strings passing each other at the speed of light. We're almost at that speed.
Miranda.
In such a way that they nearly intersect.
Miranda, please. You're killing me. Bottom line, is it possible?
Theoretically, yes, it's possible. But I don't believe it'll ever happen.
How come?
Well, if time travel becomes possible at some point in the future, why hasn't anyone come back here to tell us about it?
Good point. Unless they have come back here, and we threw them in the loony bin for being crazy and talking about time travel. You do me a favor? Can you date this for me?
Sure. Is that Logan's?
Yeah, I did a little research. It's a 23 jewel Woolton. It's very rare. It's only manufactured between 1932 and 1934.
Same time period.
Right. Which means if he is from back then, it can at most be only 2 years old.
If he isn't, it'd be closer to 70.
Yeah, in which case he could have picked it up in an antique store or something.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. It's weird. I can't get it to work, though. It's a railroader watch. These things were built to last. See, back then they only had one track, and the train moved along in both directions. So the timepieces that they used had to be accurate and strong. Otherwise, the schedule would get thrown off and the trains would crash.
So Logan worked for the railroad, huh?
No, he works at a lumber mill.
A lumber mill?
That's what he claims. Eagle Falls Timber Company.
That's weird. Why would he have a railroader's watch? These things are rare.
Maybe he's a collector, or it was handed down to him.
This is brand new. Look at it.
Declan.
Heck, I'm just saying, if I could get a few more minutes with him, I could learn a lot.
He didn't come from the past. He's a troubled and confused man.
I know. He's got the bump on his head and all that.
No, we're starting to think that his current condition is purely psychological.
Really? Why?
Because the brain swelling has gone down and his tests have come back normal.
Think he's nuts?
No, I think he suffered serious trauma.
What kind of a trauma could cause something like this?
I don't know, I'm gonna find out. He told me his wife died recently, but I doubt that that would cause serious dissociation like this.
Poor guy.
Yeah, that's why I don't want you going in there stirring things up and making it worse. Instead of trying to prove that he's traveled through time, why don't you prove that he hasn't? For his sake.
This is where you hit him?
I didn't hit him. I found him right there.
So what is it we're looking for?
Some kind of a clue that's going to tell us more about him. He told Peggy that he lived around here, that the timber company was up here too. But I checked the records. The Eagle Falls Timber Company went out of business like decades ago. What you got, Molly? What you got? Huh. Our lucky day. $100. Hey, look at that. What's the date on this bill?
1934. Hey,
Hey, working late?
I got the test results back. Watch is a year old.
No kidding.
Only problem is I also found this.
What is it?
It's a shop in Portland. Living history store, part of a nationwide chain. People buy gear there to reenact historical events. Civil War, Revolutionary War. They've got uniforms, clothing, weapons,
Pocket watches.
and money. Pretty much everything you need. And if they don't have it, they'll have it made for you. Exact replicas.
I'll tell you what, he's taking his hobby to a whole new level.
More like an obsession now.
It's a disorder called dissociative fugue.
What is that, like a multiple personality thing, or?
It's related, but it's different. A person leaves home, moves to a new community, assumes a new identity.
Because of a traumatic event that happened to them?
Or an ongoing stressful situation. It happens subconsciously, so the person doesn't even realize that it's happening.
The mind checks out and the body follows.
Peggy Fowler. Oh, hi, Miranda. Yeah, he's here. Hold on. Go ahead.
What's up?
You anywhere near a computer?
Yeah, Peggy's online.
I just sent you a link.
Yeah?
It's from the Cascadian, September 12th, 1934.
So?
Look at the guy on the left.
Huh. He looks like Logan?
Scroll down.
What?
Scroll down.
L. Miller.
This one's the mill owner, Mr. Anderson. The boy's Sean Leonard.
He's right. The caption under the photo identified them as S. Leonard and A. Anderson.
Mr. Miller, I found this near where I picked you up. I wanted to ask you if it was yours, or if it looked familiar to you. Logan,
Yeah, it's mine.
you remember what's in it?
Why are you always asking me these questions?
We have an interest in things that are unexplainable.
Money. There's money in it.
You remember how much?
Logan, if we can figure out what's going on, we might be able to help you.
The only way it can help me is to get me home.
Declan,
Yeah?
can I have a word with you? I asked you not to talk to him.
That was before we
We only
found
asked
the
a
photo.
couple questions.
You keep feeding into this, you're gonna drive him over the edge.
Look at this, Peg.
People don't travel through time, Declan.
How do you explain this? He's a dead ringer for it.
He borrowed an identity off the internet. He searched and searched until he found somebody who looked just like him, and then he became him. It's very common with this illness. Let me handle this. There's no miracle here, just a troubled man.
He doesn't just look like him. He looks exactly like him, right?
So should we track down Anderson first or Leonard?
I was just a kid when that was taken. Joined the military a couple of years later after World War II broke out.
You recognize any of the fellas in the picture?
Oh, you bet. That's Logan Miller there. He organized the union back in the Depression. Hell of a good guy. That mill owner, Andy Anderson, treated the men like dirt. Logan tried to fix it. Cost him his life.
His life.
Yeah, we were all set to strike, and Logan and Anderson were going to meet on it one morning, and no one ever saw Logan again.
Mr. Anderson had him killed?
Well, that's the kind of man he was. Do anything to get what he wanted.
Did they ever find the body?
Oh, no. Anderson was too clever for that. No, sir. He never even got charged. Kind of tough on the kids, you know. First their mother died, then their dad. They were orphans.
You happen to know how the mother died?
Yeah, she got injured down at the station. She cut her hand real bad. Got infected.
You say she got injured down at the station. What station?
Train station. She worked there. Kept the schedule.
She gave you that watch?
Kept it with me ever since. Strange, the time on it.
11:17.
Exact time she died.
You mean the watch stopped at that time when she passed away? Or?
No, worked fine. Never a problem. Not until this strange nightmare started.
No, Logan, you should talk to this guy I spoke with. His name was Sean.
No.
Why not? He told me about some things that happened after you